Good evening, traders. Today is August the 31st. I just want to jump right in here, get this little recap video up for you guys. Today the Dow Jones finished up at 10,014, which was 5 points up, about 0.5%, and we held above this key 10,000 psychological level that everyone watches for. Just note that. Next thing, S&P 500 finished up about a half a point today at this 1049 level. So we closed up. That's a good note. NASDAQ sold off once again, finished down a little more than 4.5 points, about 0.25% down. These chip makers really gloomy on the NAS and technology stocks. Looking at the after hours, let me switch over here, go to a 1 minute chart. Looking at the YM, the Dow Jones. Look at this burst. I don't know what caused this, but right here at about 440, there was just a boatload of buying, not only in the Dow, but also in the S&P, and I believe the NASDAQ too. Let's see. Yeah, look at this. I don't know what caused this buying, but we'll take it, whatever we could get, and we'll access it. And this is the SPY too. Look at this. Look at the volume on the SPY. That's outrageous. I'll switch to a daily chart real quick and show you guys. Nice. Look at that. SPY really traded up today. Anyways, I have a couple bullet points I want to go over with you guys. Stocks ended down this month between 4 and 6%. It was the worst August since 2001. Pretty devastating. Chip stocks were really major decliner in August. It was terrible. I believe the SMH, which is the ETF of the chips, hit a 52-week low today. Dow holding above 10,000, of course, that key psychological level. These are from the last month, the percent changes of all the indexes. NASDAQ by far doing the worst, about 6.25%. This Friday, unemployment number comes out. Really looking forward to that. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of volume in the market, and I believe there's a holiday on Monday. Tomorrow, here are the economic data points that we will be watching for. ADP unemployment change at 8:15. 10 o'clock we have construction spending and the ISM index for August. 10:30 crude inventories, and then we got around 2 o'clock auto truck sales. So I'm going to be watching that tomorrow. And today, just a few notable upgrades and downgrades. Genzyme got upgraded again to 69 from 66 at Barclays. Then we have McDonald's, which was upgraded to a buy by Argus from 80 to 84. And Mickey D's on fire. Clack 10 Core got downgraded. So more of this chip stuff going on, guys. 28 to 24. This could be called part of why the NASDAQ keeps going down. This ain't the only one that got downgraded. At least, I mean, today, in the past month, a lot more are getting downgraded. So especially something to do with the PC sales. I read something in the news today about that. Anyways, Bristol Myers got an upgrade by Jefferies from 28.80 to 30. Nothing major, just a few points I wanted to highlight. Now I'll jump right into the chart work. I'm looking at the SPYs right here. I usually don't track the SPYs. I usually track the E-minis. I just like watching the futures better. It works better for me. But a lot of people don't have a platform that allows futures. That's why I like Thinkorswim so much. Anyways, Wednesday we hit that low of 104.29 on the SPYs. What I'd like to see is we need a hold above this. As long as we hold above this, we'll be all right. Now, if we break below this, definitely more selling could come in. We have a pivot right here at this 104.58 level on the SPYs, which we bounced off today, as you can see. This is what I want to see. We hit that, made a lower high on Friday right here. We came down, we pierced through that, hit the pivot, and bounced off that today. I'd really like us to see us hold above about this 104.77 level. I believe that's it. As long as we can hold above that, we'll be all right. This is the 50 simple moving average right here. And as you can see, when it turns into positive territory, this ETF, it brightens up another color when it goes above the average. Anyways, you see it turning up here. So tomorrow, if the economic data comes in good, we could get right above this 50 right here, and then we could presume up to this 106.57 level. Hopefully get past this. You already know 107's a level. See what happens there. If we break above 107, that would be nice. Pull back and then look for a higher move. But we could just end up trading in this range right here until Friday at the economic day, unemployment number comes out between this 107 and this 105 level. So that's just something to watch on the SPYs. Okay, we're looking at the Dow Jones right here. I have a pivot point right here at this 9,956 level. We really need to hold above this, else the selling's just going to clearly keep continuing. As you can see, we're in a downtrend. It's really not looking good ever since we broke this uptrend right here on August the 11th. We've just been selling off pretty hardcore. A lot of people are looking for us to come down, retest these levels in here, this 9,762 level, which could be pretty quick. So like I said, I think we're just going to trade in a range until Friday, and if we have a good unemployment number, I think we could break above this 10,130 level and then start climbing higher to get around this 10,324 level. That's with a good number. And then of course we'll encounter our resistance when we get up here. But besides that, if it's really bad number, or if something during this week, some kind of news wows the markets, and we could slip past this little neckline we've been forming and slip out of this range that we're in, then we could definitely hit this level by Friday, especially when that number comes out, guys. So I'm pessimistic right now, just watching everything as it goes. I'm going to point out a couple stocks that I've been watching for tomorrow so you guys can keep on your radar. All right, one of them would be X, symbol X, US Steel. One of the reasons is I'm definitely not the person to just buy a stock because it went from 51 to 41 in a little over a week. About a week's time, 8 or 9 days, it went down 10 points. I'm not going to buy it just on that fact alone. I will buy it, however, as you see on Friday. Friday's low around this 42 area. If we could hold above that, I mean, it's looking pretty good. It's getting over the 50 right here on a 1 hour chart. If we could hold above this 50 period moving average, it's going to look pretty good for a move back up to this 44.26. I actually had some calls in here on Friday and I used it as a day trade and I really profited. I sold it close to the highs here. Then we had that, that sell off on Monday, and we're just looking. I think we could go higher here. If the market goes higher tomorrow, definitely keep this X on your radar. Also, was watching the Schlumberger. Schlumberger is a little different. I think it should have went up a little more today, but this was on my radar for Friday, just as long with X. I'll day trade options sometimes, some calls or something, or some puts. But I've been watching this too. Schlumberger would have to get above this 53.88 level for me to be interested. So you could go ahead and mark that level and watch it. It's definitely a key level. As you can see, it's Wednesday's low, and I think we'll trade off of it again. I don't know the exact close for the day on the gold futures contracts, but right now we're trading at about 1248.60, and we hit a high of 1251 today. So we went up about 15 points today during the day, and as you can see, the volume died down a bit right here. But this gold is really strong, guys. This is definitely a bull market. We're going to encounter some resistance around this 1252 level. Let's see if we could break this tomorrow and get past it. I think if the market continues to go down, you're definitely going to see higher prices, and definitely this climb up to this 1300 level continue. So try to hold above Thursday's high here on this gold. For crude looks bearish, but commodity, I mean, it just below 70 looks like a buy for crude. I mean, it has some high targets towards the end of the year. I think Goldman has it at 90. It's September now. We still have a couple months to get there, but I mean, every time you go to the pump, gas prices are always rising. I don't know how much farther it's going to go down. It broke this key support today at 72.36, and our next level 69.14. So we'll be watching this level. I don't really trade crude, but for the people that do, that are watching this video, that's a nice level you should watch. Okay, Joy Global reports tomorrow, I believe before the bell if I'm not mistaken. And right now I see a short-term little downtrend right here. We bounced up. We're above the 50 on the 1 hour chart, which is short-term bullish. Let's see if they could beat earnings. If they beat earnings, we could probably see this 60.48 level. I think that's definitely a possibility for this Joy Global. Here's another one. I am not a fan at all of this ME. I mean, a while ago I believe they had that something to do with fraud or something with the stock, which was a lot of news that brought it down from when it was really high up there. But right now, I'm looking at Wednesday's low. This is the 1 hour chart, of course. We're holding above this 50, and it just turned positive. With me, what I'd like to see it hold above Wednesday's low, and then a potential break of Friday's highs and today's highs, and that could lead up to the 29.72 area, which would be really nice if we could break that and then pull back and presume up to this 31.75. Of course, it's largely going to depend on what the market does, but these are just a few plays I'm trying to give you guys. Looks like the Fed approves a it says Fed approves China investment to acquire up to 10% of Morgan Stanley. And looks like they took that news good after hours, guys. We're watching this. We broke above. We're at 24.69. That was the last of this Morgan Stanley. Looks like it traded up to 24.82, which was getting it's getting above this declining 50. So I'd like to see us hold above here. Maybe tomorrow they could run it up to this 25.20. I'm not sure how good the news is going to be. We'll see if they try to gap it up in pre-market. But I think this 25.20 level will be something to play off of regardless of what happens. Watch this Friday high for some resistance, and then watch this 25.20 level. I'll give you guys a couple good plays in. I'll be here for a recap tomorrow. Just letting you guys know what's going on. I'm going to keep doing this. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good night.